Hello, enchanted ones. So it's the day after Thanksgiving. Whenever you're watching this, apply it to whatever yesterday was. So, how many of you got rocked? Like, I don't even want to define that. I just want you to take notice if you're today, after whatever yesterday was for you, you feel like you were on a roller coaster, or you're like, oh my God. Well, I did. And I kind of knew it was going to happen, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it any easier. So it's really cold today and la di da di da. But the reason why I'm asking this is I'm here to tell you you're not alone. If you get rocked when the universe, or at least America, is celebrating a holiday and it's supposed to be a way that you see on TV or Hallmark cards or whatever, but in your world, it's like not that. And you get triggered or fucked up from somebody who sends you a text and says, I hope your day was full of joy and laughter. And you're like, so if your day was anything except joy and laughter, I want you to know it's okay. And maybe that's going to be helpful, and maybe it's not. But what I have done, and I want to share with you, and I feel inspired to share, is today was my third day of doing Bikram yoga. I have a problem with authority. I have a problem with discomfort physically, and yet that's what this class is made up of. And for some reason, I went back a third day in a row. And why I offer that to you, why it feels important to talk about, is I had a story that, like, I don't like this. I'm not going to do that. This is not for me. And yet I was inspired to go for the first day by a sister friend. And then on my own accord, I went the next 2 days. So I share this with you because I want you to think about, and I'd love to know, and maybe you can share it in the comments if you feel inspired. Where are you saying, I can't, I won't, I'm not going to? And then maybe you can like shift it into like, well, what if I try it? Let's see what happens. And so that can be something physical, that can be a piece of communication, that could be a boundary that you need to speak or you need to create and you haven't been able to. And maybe this will be something that just sits in your head, and then later on today you're like, oh. So there is a mother of someone that I know that the idea came to me yesterday, like, oh, I could sit down and have a powwow with her and be like, what is actually going on here? Because there's people in my life, there's a little group of people that I feel like don't like me or don't want me around. And I'm actually curious. So I'm going to get over the fact that they might say something that's uncomfortable or about me, because the end result is I will be speaking up and just coming human to human, woman to woman, being like, what's going on here? Now, I am fully aware that that is not their way of communicating. I'm also fully aware of when people are not into communication, that I'm going to be seen as a weirdo, as something not them. And so I want to just say this out loud. I don't know when it's going to happen. It feels really scary to me. But on the flip side, if I can do Bikram yoga 3 days in a row at 9 a.m., what else can I do? And I want to leak that energy with consciousness and intention from the Bikram yoga, like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this, to the conversation that I plan to have one day, hopefully soon, in ideal and perfect timing. So what is it that you want to take on or do in this last stretch before 2020, where you think there's no way I could do this, and then you do it? And where do you want to take that new formed muscle into what other arena? Let me know if this makes sense to you. I'm really excited about what's to come in 2020. And I'm really excited about the couple of events that are coming up really soon, depending on when you're watching this. Check them out. They're about sisterhood and creativity and togetherness and connection and human sexuality. And these are all the things I'm always passionate about. So if you're watching this on the right day, Cool. If you're not, I'm sure these events are happening still. All right, everybody, have a magical, enchanted rest of your day. You're never alone. Comment in the box below just so I know what's happening in your world. And so does everybody else. Like, keeping it to yourself, staying isolated is never helpful. All right, Enchantress Shane signing off. Have a magical rest of your day.